Well, good morning, everyone. Happy Tuesday morning, January 27th, 2026. Chilly, chilly here in Cali once again. 45 degrees when I got in the car this morning to go to the gym. 45 degrees. Is that the world's smallest violin, Alex? Is that what you're trying to do? Exactly. I don't know, you guys. I'm just not used to the whole cold weather thing. It does not work for me. But fortunately, I made it. I made it through the cold. I braved the storm, or I should say the cold, and we're back here and ready to go. Gentlemen, how are you this morning? Alex, what's going on with you? Oh, can't hear you.
I said it's a balmy 20 degrees here in Kansas today. So, that's good. Got a phone call from the school about 30 minutes into the day, and the little one is up chucking everywhere. So we had to drive in and pick her up, and we have her settled in with some soda crackers and some 7 Up. And I'm ready to do a news show because that's what we do.
Exactly. James, how the heck is it going this morning, sir?
Well, it's been a long time coming. I've been handling some business, and I think I got to the bottom of it.
Excellent. Well, we're glad you're back. Dave, what the hell's going on in Iowa?
Chilly over here. I think I got 10 or 12 degrees the last I looked. I stopped looking after a while.
Ugh.
Just trying to survive over here, Sam.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure. Now, you don't have anything planted at this point, right?
Nope, bare ground.
So you don't have to worry about freezing or any of that kind of stuff.
Nope, everything's good. We want freezing. It kills the bugs in the ground. Get
Oh,
ready
really?
for next year. Yeah,
Oh, interesting. I didn't know that.
When I
good
got
stuff.
when I was skinning the dough, and this is January, folks, she was covered in ticks. In
Wow.
January. That's bizarre. That's
Is it?
Yeah.
wild behavior. Anyway,
Really? I didn't
Wow.
realize that. Interesting.
yeah,
So, hey, what do you guys think? So, remember we were supposed to all this rhetoric about, oh, the government's going to shut down in the end of January? They passed the bill, and there was no hoopla, just as quiet as could be. What do you
Yep.
think that means?
I just watched a pig fly outside my window.
Exactly. I don't know what the hell's going on, but I think it's interesting that we have all this, happenings with Greenland over here, and we've got Venezuela over here, and then all of a sudden they passed a bill, and there were some
Well,
things in there that I found out I don't think are very positive, but I don't know. What was that, Dave?
it was my oldest son called me yesterday and he goes, I found this new website. You can bet on what's happening in the world. I go, what do you mean? He goes, like, do you think they're going to do you think the government's going to shut down? I go, has not said a word out there. It's been pretty quiet lately. So I would say it's probably going to move on. He goes,
Right.
okay, I'm gonna take that bet. So it was like 26 to 1. So I made like $52 or something. We put two
Really?
dollars on it. Yeah,
Good.
that was just yesterday. So it's good to hear that.
Excellent. Excellent.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let me say some good mornings here. Let's see who we've got piling in. Oh, well, okay. We've got some screen issues again over here. But let's see. Teresa Ann is here. Hometown girl. Good morning. Rick Senior's here. Hokey Gigi. I speak 1717 said, oh no, getting fancy now. I know. We're getting fancy, schmancy over here. Mama Bear's here. She said, good morning, Sam fam. I'm a ghost listening in the back today. I can't interact, so we're just listening. Well, we're just glad you're here, Mama Bear. Wildlife fan is here. Wendy J. Good. Joy said, good morning, everyone. Good morning, Joy. Kathy Lofton said, moving on up. Boy, isn't that what? Is that the Jeffersons theme, I think, or something? Laffy Rocks is here. Benji 1959, Big Ben. Andy Franks, good morning to you as well. Wildlife fan Kim 55, Bat and Ballin said, good morning, Patriots. Good morning to you as well. Hits is here. Good morning, Hitesh. Let's see. Rick Sr. said, James is here. Yes, James is here. He's back on track with us. Mr. Jeff Papp is here. Said, top of the day to you, gents. Top of the day to you as well, Jeff. Nurse is here. Happy Tuesday, Sam fam. I just love that. Mama Bear started that whole Sam fam thing, and I love everybody picking that up. That's really cool. Blue Flames 41 is here. Mary Lise Brown. Franny Dragonfly said, Grand Rising, everyone. Same to you, Franny. Wendy J. Oh, my goodness. Oh, okay. The whole, excuse me, the whole, what do you call it? Chat is going berserk again. So if I missed you, I'm sorry. It is not intentional, but this thing is just moving so flipping fast. Let's see here. Melissa Flinner, Christy B78, Subi Q, Tire Man, Wade, Mama Soprano, Diva 53, Martini Time, Donna Fox. Holy smokes. You guys, this thing is moving so fast I can't keep up. JP Metal Slayer is here. Good morning, JP. Let's see here. Pure Blood Holly Johns said the band is back together. There we go. Exactly. Allie Mae is here. Good morning, Allie Mae. I hope that eye is healing up well. And what was the cover story? Oh, that's right. It was some sort of a sledding accident. I forgot. Tim Shaw 7. What's that?
That's not funny. So this morning when I had to go pick up the daughter, you guys are gonna love this. I go to the gas station to get a little 7-Up so that we can settle the stomach and all these things. I walk in the door and there's this little blonde that works there and she's all over the place. I walk through the door and at the top of her lungs, she goes, "Good morning, wife beater."
Oh my gosh! Holy smokes! Well, we know that is the farthest thing from the truth, but it doesn't mean I'm not going to give you a hard time about it.
I'm just kidding. I'm like, that's not funny.
Exactly. Tim Shaw 707 is here. PJ Party Peggy just showed up. Good morning, PJ. Oh, let's see. Gary Murphy said, "Good morning. It's 30 degrees in North Carolina." Oh. Wildlife fan said it's 0, and our heat wave is now 6 degrees. Oh my gosh. Sherry from East Tennessee is here. Charlie. Hey, Charlie. Good morning. Oh, my. Oh, there's. That's interesting. Clyde Klippenhopper said quartz at 69. Arizona's 69 today, 78 later this week. Go ahead, rub it in. Although I think we're actually going to be in the 70s here this week as well here in California.
Sam,
yeah,
I'm 30 months away from my 70-degree mark. So
3 months.
Yeah.
Yeah, better you than me, Dave. You're a young man. You can take
it. No.
Yeah, I'm telling you. April Burgess is here. Good morning, April. Deb S. from Central Massachusetts just showed up. Sherry is here. Wendy J. Nutty 81. Holy smokes. Lynette Ranley is here. Cindy Hayden 59. Wow, you guys. Drug Rice 59. Everybody's giving James the high five. Yep, we're glad he's back too, everybody. Diva 53. Good morning. Did I miss a Trump train? You got to be kidding me.
Yes, you did.
Where? I didn't see it. Oh, bummer. See, that's just the thing. Oh, thank you, Charlie. It's with this setup, sometimes I miss it and I don't even know who sent it. Can you guys see who sent it?
It saved my ear. That's what one thing I know.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, Full Metal Jacket. Oh my gosh. All right. Well, wait a minute. We have Kathleen Paskey over here on Facebook. Earl Shannon said, "Good morning, guys. Good to see the Fab Four back together again." Amen. Amen, Earl. Let's see. Sue Bowen is here over on, who's that? Oh, that's YouTube. Okay. Well, welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Okay, let's see. Hey, Brian Yeager just showed up. Boy, I have got a frog in my throat today. There we go. All right. Now we got that cleared up. What's that? Oh, did I lose something?
Frozen?
Who's frozen?
James is.
James is frozen? Uh-oh.
We can hear you.
We can hear you.
Yeah. That's weird. Pam Lee just showed up. Good morning, Pam. Franny Dragonfly, thank you for all the gifts. So sweet. Oh, and look at Mama Bear said that's where Kermit went. Oh, wait a minute. I thought you were only in the background listening today, Mama Bear. I'm on to you. All right. Well, let's see. Let's get into some. It was Mary Louise Brown sent the Trump train. Thank you, Mary Louise. I didn't even see it. My apologies. All right. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Alex, let's get some indices going.
Whoa. Quit clicking buttons.
I didn't touch anything. Look at my hands are right here.
presentation. Come on. Oh, the buttons are being buttony. I think Sam did it.
No, I'm telling you, I'm sitting right
What the
here.
hell? Okay.
Doing the same old, same old.
Good morning, everybody, on this fine 27th day of January. Looking at the indices on the markets, S&P 500 up 34 points to 6,984. The Dow is down 338 points at 49,074. The NASDAQ is up 228 points to 23,829. As you can see, crude oil is up $1.42 at $62 a barrel. And drum roll, that's right, silver 107 this morning. We saw a high yesterday of 117. Gold sitting at $5,090. Freaking incredible. Looking over at the crypto markets, Bitcoin is up 0.8% at 88,535. Ethereum is at 2,987, up 1.9. And XRP up 1% at $1.91. Stellar Lumen XLM is further down the list. There it is. 0.9% up. We're sitting at 20 cents.
Excellent. Thank you, Alex. Yeah, so James, it looks like he froze up. I think he went out. He should come back in, I would think.
Yeah, he's going to come back in.
Okay, there, I got him. All right, let's see here. James, you're unfrozen now. Good. Dave, what do we have for a farming and agriculture report today?
Yeah, corn is down 1 penny on the day. Soybeans up 4 to 7. Wheat is mixed. Cattle is even across the board, and hogs are up almost 0.3%. A few things going on in the USDA with the SNAP benefits. There's over 1,000 illegal immigrants been removed, 700,000 total off of the SNAP benefits. Lots and lots of fraud being exposed. So little by little, they'll get that cleaned out.
Yeah, exactly. And I think we're seeing so much exposure taking place right now, not only with the USDA, but also, as we all know, Minnesota, California now is starting to really rattle the sabers. So I've got to think that something significant is going to happen now, whether that's tomorrow or a month from now, I have no idea, but it's coming. It's coming. All right, James, what do we have for a military report this morning?
Well, a little continuing action going on with the United States expanding its military presence in the Middle East. The USS Abraham Lincoln and its strike group have entered the U.S. Central Command area of responsibility in the Western Indian Ocean, placing the carrier strike group well within striking distance of Iran. This strike group includes several guided missile destroyers equipped with Tomahawk cruise missiles. President Trump has received intelligence assessments that suggest Iran's leadership is facing its most fragile moment since the 1979 Islamic Revolution. About a dozen F-15E strike attack aircraft have been sent to bolster our strike capabilities, and we've deployed Patriot and THAAD missile defense systems to protect against Iranian short and medium-range missiles. Long-range bombers based in the United States remain on heightened alert and ready status. President Trump says the deployments are a precautionary measure. I say horseshit. That ain't true. Continuing Pentagon consultations with regional allies in the region as our armada heads to that direction. Iran has a defiant tone, but they are aware of the terms.
Yeah. Well, I think we've got a lot of saber rattling going on around the world, and I am convinced that President Trump and team have an alliance with the major powers around the world, as we all are aware, that it's being dealt with, and it's being dealt with in a way that may not be as obvious to everyone. But in my opinion, it's absolutely happening. Tanya Moonsheimer's here. Good morning, Tanya. John Gwynn. What's that?
There's independent reports coming out of Iran that as many as 30,000 people, all under the age of 30, have been taken out during this. So it's I know
in Iran.
In Iran, people that have actually made it out. One of the ministers there and the government via Starlink confirmed that's what's been going on. So it's we know how Trump feels about loss of life, and I don't think he'll let it stand for long.
Right. Exactly. Sherry Billings is here. Gen X holds Southwest. She sassy Southwest Minnesota girl. Did you change it again, sassy? Holy smokes! Squiggly 77 is here. Sue B. Good morning, Sue B. Brian Yeager said, "What was silver at? What was it at, Alex?"
We're sitting at $107.10.
Interesting. Kathleen Garcia said had a hard time finding you on all the platforms. Yes. So, and I've gotten messages while we've been live saying, "Where's the live?" Well, we're live on every platform that we normally are. I don't know what's going on. Is it a TikTok issue? And it looks like it's probably an issue on all the platforms. Does that mean we're moving into some sort of a 10 days of darkness? I don't know, but geez, I wouldn't be.
Or was Sam pushing buttons again?
Yeah, no. My button pushing days are behind me. I'm very careful with that. Boogie B said 16 inches of snow and more coming in South Bend, Indiana. Ooh. Guitar Louie said the giant has woken as the truth comes out. 100% I agree. Hey, Magic just showed up. Good morning, Magic. Crystal Zeski is here. Good morning, Crystal. Brian, I'm not pushing any buttons. My hands are right here. Telling you. Oh, well. Let's see. Crystal Zeski said, I had a blast last night. Yeah. For everybody that missed it, we actually went live for about an hour and a half last night and just had a whole bunch of people up on the show, and it was just a blast. We're going to do it again later this week. So if you're around, join us. It was absolutely fun. James, I think you locked up again. Oh, there he goes. Okay.
I'm going to tell him to get off the internet and see if that helps at all.
Yeah, maybe try that. Okay. Well, let's move into some stories here. So, as we all know, Canada has been pushing back on President Trump, threatening all kinds of things with China, this, that, and the other. And what happened? Mark Carney cracked. And he said that they have no intention of pursuing free trade deals with China. This is after President Trump that threatened the 100% tariffs. He said, what we have done with China is to rectify some issues that have developed in the last couple of years. In other words, we capitulated and did exactly what it is that that President Trump wanted us to do. Now, how many other countries are going to be doing the same? Alex, what do you think?
It's political bullshit.
Exactly.
It's interesting because, the narrative never follows what ends up happening, right? Oh, this is going to happen. And then the exact opposite. The dude walks in with a deal in mind. He makes the initial offer so grandiose that everybody's like, oh, no. So when the dust settles, it's exactly what he wanted. Time and time again. Art of the deal, folks.
Well, and I think you're right, because look at the Greenland thing. Oh, we're taking over Greenland. And then what happens? We wound up taking, and I thought we were taking the whole thing, but we wound up taking specific parts so that we could place bases there. And it wasn't as big a deal as I even thought it was going to be. Dave, what do you think?
It's basically confirming what you just said, that he's in control. We are in control. It's obviously they're like Canada's not stepping out of line. So there's no doubt about that.
Yeah, exactly. Enrico said, I enjoyed last night. Yeah, so did we. It was a blast. Charles Osborne said, Shalhoub After Dark. I like that name. Maybe that's what we're going to have to use it. I think I said something like a fireside chat or something, and there was no fireside. Valerie James is here. Good morning, Valerie. Towie Bixby, there she is, our personal cheerleader, just showed up. Her and PJ Party, you ladies are always on the lookout for our taps, and we appreciate it.
Instead of daily dispatch, maybe we call it nightly nuance.
Nightly There we go. I like that. All right, let's see. Did we lose James again?
Yeah.
Huh. Well, I don't know.
He'll come back in the back. Hopefully, we'll see.
Yeah.
I'll keep an eye out for him.
All right, well, let's move on. So, according to Breaking 911, several of Minnesota's top businesses and professional sports teams released a statement calling for an immediate de-escalation and urging all parties to work together to find real solutions. What I find interesting that I just found out, apparently President Trump is going to skip the Super Bowl. And the cover story is because of the entertainment at halftime and some other things that are going on. That is a major statement because he's a sports guy. He likes that stuff. I'm really surprised. What do you make of it, Dave?
Well, I think it's just coming to head. I think it's a stepping stone, especially for the stuff in Minnesota, to bring it out. Many Target, United Health, Best Buy, Cargill, all the ones that put pressure on the local Minnesota economy and the Trump administration.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. James, are you back now?
Give
Can
me
you hear
one
us?
second. Give me one
Okay.
second.
Take your time. Alex, what do you think?
So the first thing that came to mind was Son of All Fears. He's not going to the Super Bowl. Food for thought. I don't know. It's again, I go back to the script. Damn it, Sapioplex. Like, okay, here's the script. Things are going hog wild. You have the governor, you have the little chicken leg mayor coming out talking about how this is, un-American, blah, 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 insurrection. Hello. And then the majority sounds off. The entertainment industry, the others are like, no, this needs to stop. Like, stop propagating, stop encouraging. So again, it's just it's an awakening time period, right? People are starting to see things for what they are. It's the script. It's the script.
Talking about Paul from Sapioplex, I sent him something on X this morning, which I think I sent to you as well, Alex and Dave. James, do you have an X account?
I do.
Oh, I don't know what it is. After the show, send it to me so I can add you to my deal. Would you please?
Sure. I do.
So I sent Paul this thing. It was about the silver, well, actually about the precious metal markets. And I sent it to him, just say, hey, what do you think? And he said, how did he put it? He said, it's all satire. Enjoy the show. And I mean, I think he's absolutely on target with that. In fact, I got to reach out to them, get JF and Sapioplex back on maybe next week. But I'm telling you guys, there's a hell of a lot going on, and there's a lot of subterfuge when it comes to these different narratives. James, what do you make of this whole Minnesota thing?
Well, what about Canada? I mean, the interruption with 47 threatening Mark Carney that we're going to go for 100% tax or 100% tariff. Simply put, Canada cannot afford 100% tariff. It seems that Canada is systematically destroying itself. If Carney, and President Trump said this, if Carney thinks Canada can be a drop-off point for China to send goods and products to the United States, he's sadly mistaken.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. Dave?
Yep. No, I agree. It's going to be interesting on what comes out of this. Obviously, Waltz is flipping, the mayor's flipping, and they're getting pressures from a lot of big companies. So comply or you're out, basically.
Right. So I made some comments about the different platforms. Christine Thomas says that she has us on X and TikTok. So apparently whatever was happening in the beginning seems to be straightened out. David Morales says the nucleus to crack is London's hold on the world's financial operations. I think that has been cracked, David. I don't think they control it. I mean, we had the triad. We had London, we had the Vatican, and we had Washington. And I believe all three have been dealt with. I think the heads of the snakes have been cut off. But I don't think it's been optically rolled out at every level. And there probably is some pockets of nefarious people that are still getting flushed out. But I think that for the most part has been dealt with. What do you think, Alex?
I mean, honestly,
It's political bullshit.
Exactly.
You're gonna fall in line, or you're gonna fall to the wayside. James is absolutely right. Canada can't afford something like 90% of their economy is based off of the business they do with us. We're looking at record gold prices, store of wealth. It's not that that gold is more expensive. It's that the dollar has lost 97% of its purchasing power. It takes more dollars because the dollar's worth less. As we move into the next phase of financial, stabilization, like you've said 100 times, the parallels are coming up beside each other. I don't think that and you said this yesterday, Sam, and I agree that a switch can't just be flipped. We're going to have to slowly migrate over to whatever is the next scenario. In the beginning, silver was 10% of what gold price was. So a month's salary back in the day was an ounce of silver, and that's not the case anymore. And if we get back to that ratio, who knows where the numbers are going to land? But it's definitely good news for those of us that are holding on to it.
Yeah, exactly. Mad Head Gamer just followed us. Hey, Mad Head, glad you could make it. Bat and Ballin said Trump loves music, just not Bad Bunny music. Melissa Funner said halftime is Bad Bunny. Bean said the same. Now I don't know who this Bad Bunny person is.
You don't want to
You
know.
don't want to know.
Is he like a rapper or something? Or
we can't discuss it on the live. Why he's controversial? He just is. And it's not Bad Bunny. It's just bad business.
Oh, wow.
He did say he's not going to wear a dress though, so that's
he
a
wears
positive.
dresses.
Bro.
Part of it.
Wow, I have no idea.
That's very little.
No idea who it is. JP Metal Slayer said, I'm boycotting it. Green Day sucks. Is Green Day supposed to perform as well? I don't know. I have no idea.
I think so. I don't know.
Magic said Minnesota is making heads spin. All ICE protest what's going to happen when the truth comes out. And then Sassy Minnesota girl brought up a point. She said, have you heard that ICE is pulling out of Minnesota? So what I think is happening is they are targeting specific areas. Why is it that all of the ICE hoopla is happening in Minnesota, and we're not hearing anything about California, nothing about New York, nothing about Idaho, nothing about Iowa, nowhere? It's all focused on Minnesota, and I think that's by design. They're bringing up the hot pockets. They're bringing up information. Now, we've had 2 people supposedly unalived in Minnesota during this latest foray, right? What I see happening is an escalation of the ICE interaction. My guess is the next place that it pops up, it'll be a higher escalation. And I think that's going to be the what would I call it? The impetus for President Trump to optically enact the Insurrection Act. Now, that's just speculation on my part. I have no idea what the script is or how they're going to play it out, but I think that is something that could possibly be the case. John Gwynn said the NFL has pushed LGBTQ, Black Anthem, Bad Bunny, kneeling, etc. Not surprised he isn't going. Yeah, see, I don't know who this Bad Bunny character is. Yeah, it sounds like character is the right term for him too. I don't know. Melissa Flinner said, "Where's our day? The white Anglo-Saxon day." Exactly. Yeah, I mean, come on, you guys. If we did, and I'm about as far from white as you could imagine. I'm freaking Lebanese and Syrian, but I'm perceived as white. And I think there are racial statements that are made that can be attributed to racial groups, yet they're never pointed out as such. So I think, Melissa, you're saying it in a funny way, but I think you're right. There is a lot of subterfuge around these types of things, and I think you hit the nail on the head there. All right, let's move. What's that?
Bat and Ball. I saw the same video. It says Trump should tell all the illegals to vote Republican so that the Democrats will want them out quickly.
Well, yeah. But again, you guys, we have got to get to a point, and I was just having this discussion with a friend of mine yesterday. All of the theater that we're seeing means nothing if we don't have free and fair elections. We have got to deal with the voting machines. We have got to deal with the Smartmatic software. And my guess is in 2026, are we going to have a surprise and the Dems take back over the House and that triggers the election interference stuff? I don't know. But I think it's something to certainly pay attention to. Kathleen Garcia said he's vulgar. Oh, I'm guessing that's the bunny guy.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have no idea.
Yeah.
Jen Talk. Hey, Jen Talk's here. Hey, Jen. All
Morning,
I heard
Jen.
was Bad Bunny. Yeah, I don't know anything about the guy. Brian said LGBTQ plus times 10, Sam. Oh, okay. So that's what that guy's all about. Yeah, I have no idea. And Enrico agrees with us. Voting machines have got to go.
For
All right.
context, this is for educational entertainment purposes only. Thank you for viewing.
That's right, everybody. Put that in the chat. For context, education, and entertainment purposes only. So moving on, Governor Walz apparently called President Trump yesterday and requested to work together with respect to Minnesota. It was a very good call, according to President Trump, and we actually seem to be on a similar wavelength. Crime is way down, but both Governor Walz and I want to make it better. Capitulation? Dave, what do you think?
Oh, without a doubt. We talked about that and the mayor and everybody else. And Canada, they don't have a choice. It's not even an arm twist anymore. They must follow. They don't have a choice. Otherwise, they're completely done if they're not done already.
Yeah, exactly. James?
Well, I think they're facing the basically the political guillotine. The crime it comes after Waltz and Fry learned that 47 reinforces federal immigration enforcement, and simultaneously he's asked Congress to pass legislation ending sanctuary jurisdiction policies. So I think Minnesota's on the chopping block as far as being a sanctuary, and they said, look, dude, it's game over. I think right now if President Trump asks Congress for an approval, he'll get it quick.
Yeah, exactly. Alex?
I was talking to my 85-year-old uncle yesterday, and he's retired Marine Corps, retired truck driver, has his finger on the pulse, and he asked, what do you think about this stuff going on in Minnesota? And I went back to the script, right? Like, this is the guy they wanted to put into the White House as the vice president. Like, Lois Lane is in the crack in the San Andreas Fault, and like we're getting to the point where Superman's going to swoop in, make the world go backwards, and put it all back the way it's supposed to be. I just got chills. Like, Trump has a plan, and you couldn't write a script any better, like, to wake people up. It's insane. And he said, you know what? You're absolutely right. He goes, this has to be a script, because if it's reality, truth is stranger than fiction, and this can't be reality. It just can't. It can't.
Well, right. And if we look back the last several decades, why is it that the Democrats and the left have completely lost their minds in terms of a game plan? It's happening for a reason. They are forced to do it. Now, whether they've been replaced or they're under submission, I think each person probably has a different story, but this isn't happening by chance. This is an absolute, as Alex said, plan, and it's moving flawlessly. So Mama Bear said, for somebody who's supposed to be in the background, not saying anything, Mama Bear, she said, I'm absolutely educated and entertained every morning. Well, thank you. I'm glad that you are. Everybody in the chat putting in, this is live is for entertainment and education purposes only. You guys, I love it. You guys always have our back. Mama Soprano said, how do you demolish a hotel and have only 2 arrests of which were released? Well, again, they are either under submission or have been replaced, and they're running the script exactly how they're supposed to be. Holly C86 said crazy. Wendy J said trust the plan. 100%, I agree. Mama Bear laughing in the chat. Oh my! Hey, Richard Pacente just showed up over on YouTube. Hey, Richard. So, you know what? Let's do a quick sponsor break now. Everybody, so TikTok made their server switch. They're now under the control of the Patriots, which I think happened a while ago. But we have to be careful with what we say, as you all know. So when we're talking about the sponsors, if you want to know the codes, if you want to have a direct link there, you have to go to my website. I'm not going to say what it is. It's my name, all one word, and you know how to access it on the web, right? But we can't really say how to get there anymore. It's just a crazy thing with TikTok. So first one, MyPillow, Mike Lindell. If you need anything that he offers, he's earned our business. use the code SAM. Secondly, we have Neil Naturopathic. If you want chemical-free, toxin-free hair care products, go to my website, click the link, use the code SAM20, SAM20. Dr. Glidden, he's with us every Friday like clockwork, bringing the truth about health and wellness. He has a website that he's created where you can ask him any question, any specific question you might have, and get a specific answer. The code for his website is SAM. And then, of course, Best Line Racing. Oil and fuel additives, the best on the market. Use the code SAM to get your discount. Alex, what about meditation?
Beginner's Guide to a Life-Changing Meditation. It's in my if you click on me, it's there. And if you want to go float down the Amazon River and search my name, you can find it there too.
Exactly. Thank you, Alex. Sassy Minnesota girl said, I'm actually starting to believe this is a movie, even though it's affecting people's lives. And I would caution you, Sassy, to realize that what we're seeing in social media, on the news, and what have you, can be easily created without it actually happening. Now, I'm not saying that's the case in every instance, but I'm saying that the overall theme is something that is produced. It is handed out to the population in a way that they can assimilate it, because people in our community, we're very much up to speed. We know what's going on. We have a very good idea. But there's a lot of people in this nation that, even if it's only 10%, that's 30 million people. 20% is 60 million people that haven't woken up yet. So I think that's part of this direction that we're going. And I agree with you. There is a lot going on.
I think Doug Rice is trolling you. He said if we hit 200,000 likes, Sam should get his back waxed live.
Come on, Doug. That would be one hell of a job for who would be doing that waxing, I'll tell you that. Martin's WB is here. Good morning, Martin. Towie, Bixby, thank you for the popular gifts. Oh, that's funny. Sue B said everybody should be tapping. Jandon72 said, I said this live on TikTok is for educational and entertainment purposes only. Exactly. Same from Wendy. Donna Fox, thank you for the hat and mustache. So, all right, well, let's move on. Jeff Papp said, AI is stranger than nonfiction. Exactly. Rick Sr., thank you for the gifts. It's really appreciated. So the NATO chief, Rutt, said, if anyone thinks here, again, that the European Union or Europe as a whole can defend itself without the U.S., keep on dreaming. Finally, some words of sensibility coming out of NATO, which I think has probably already been dealt with. But James, what do you make of that?
You know, that's exactly right, Sam. It's already probably been dealt with. But you have to think, just a month and a half ago, the NATO secretary was bad-mouthing Trump, saying bad things. I mean, you can't do this, you can't do that. And now he's siding with President Trump. The Secretary General of NATO says that Europe is incapable of defending itself and would have to more than double its military funding to even be able to do so. And they don't have the money to do it.
Right, exactly. Dave?
Just another example, like you said, get in line or get out.
Yeah, exactly. Snap in line or get out. Alex?
Yep.
Bullshit.
Exactly.
I don't have anything else. It's just
Bullshit.
Hey, Chrissy's here. Good morning, Chrissy. And there she is, Lisa Maria. Where have you been, young lady? Glad you're here. Hey, Pat Militich is here. Hey, Pat. What's going on, brother? Glad you can make it. I would offer you to come on, Pat, but we're going through the Restream feed, and I don't know if I've sent you that link, but I can always send it to you later if you want to come on later in the week. All right, so let's see. Moving on, we have, okay, so this is a good one. So everybody's giving Tom Homan a hard time. Everybody's, he's the bad guy, this, that, and the other. Well, Carolyn Levitt comes out yesterday and said that Mr. Homan is Carolyn Levitt, the White House press secretary. Mr. Homan is someone who has been lauded for many, many decades for his experience working in law enforcement. I would remind everyone in this room that it was former President Barack Hussein Obama who awarded a medal to Mr. Homan. And those pictures are flying around the internet. James, what do you make of it?
It's really interesting, Sam, that they're going to move the Texas guy back and bring Tom in. And there's a couple things here. He's going to be managing ICE operations on the ground and continue arresting the worst of the worst criminal illegal aliens. But what I find really strange, and I don't know if it's a coincidence or not, but 60 CEOs of Minnesota businesses based like Target, Best Buy, United Healthcare, saying, "Hey guys, you better calm it down. Let's all try to get together." Well, Tom Homan's coming in, kick ass and take some names. There's going to be some people having to pull down their pants to chew their food.
Yeah, exactly. We've got another interstate-ism, Lisa Maria. Lisa Maria said Tom Homan is a badass. Hey, are you guys hearing that noise?
Yeah, static.
Yeah, what is that coming from?
I don't know. I just switched earphones. Still the same.
That's weird. Hold on, everybody. We're having some technical issues here. Alex, can you mute each one of us and see if one of us is doing it?
I'm asking James to change microphones. Click the button, buddy.
Oh, there we go.
I hit accept.
Well, you sound squeaky.
Yep, we fixed it.
You got it. Okay, cool.
Tom Homan. No, you're fine, buddy. Tom Homan. It's that's not a dude I'd want to meet in a dark alley. I mean, he's all business. Like James, he's zero bullshit. Like, says it like it is. And any time after yesterday, the couple times that the Tom Holman medal exchange has come up, I just keep hearing, "These boots are made for walking, and that's just what they'll do."
Exactly. And everybody in the chat's just saying how Tom Holman is a badass. It's true. He is, and I think he's been built up that way for a reason. Dave?
Yeah, I wouldn't want to meet him in a dark alley, but I would buy him a beer. That's for damn sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty amazing. And he won the Distinguished Presidential Rank Award, which is the highest civil service award in the United States. And Hussein gave it to him. So, without a doubt. So, that tells you one thing or another. That's how good a guy he is. He'll work his ass off and do. And he prompts, he goes, President Trump is the best president that has ever been for the United States of America. So, pretty cool.
It's amazing the short-term memory of the left. Like, they just forget that.
Yeah.
Right. And the internet is forever, everybody.
Yep.
Mr. Jeff Papp said, "I want a portrait of Mr. Homan from my man cave." There you go. Exactly. Good thing we're not talking about Pete Hegseth, because Lisa Maria would be all swooning by this point. If we were talking about Pete Hegseth. We're on to you, Lisa Maria. We know what's going on. We know what's up. Darla Smith is here. Good morning, Darla. All right, so let's move on. So President Trump said that the DOJ and the Congress are looking at Representative Ilhan Omar, or should I say Bromar, exactly, of Minnesota. And apparently she shot back on an X post saying that she denied any wrongdoing and accused Trump of deflecting from his failures with lies and conspiracy theories about her. Okay, well, if lies and conspiracy theories is what President Trump is basing this on, how do you go from $200,000 in net worth to $30 million in about a year or two? Alex, what do you think?
Well, anytime you hear her talk, this is what comes into my head. It's okay, enough. Yeah, shh. Alien, shh. The reality is, if we go back to the script, how do you wake the people up? You slowly give them the truth in a picture and a format and a timing that they can digest it. And this is another one of those situations that you couldn't make this shit up. Like, she married her brother. She went from, a couple $100,000 to several $1 million. And now we see the daycares, the adult care centers, the transportation services, all of these things that NGOs are funneling money to, and they're all from the same country of origin that she's from. 7.7 metric tons of paper being shipped on planes back to her homeland. Folks, wake up, right?
Well, and I think that's exactly it. This is designed to wake the people that are still sleeping up. James, what do you make of it?
Mm. Well, it's probably easily described as marriage fraud, immigration fraud, healthcare fraud, 250 million feeding our future fraud case. The chips are falling and it's not going to end well for good old Illy.
Right, exactly. David Morales talking about Tom Holman said, Tom personifies the good, the bad, and the ugly. I hear that tune when he's speaking. Exactly. Dave?
Yeah, and I sent that to you yesterday, the article or the show that Benny Johnson was talking, and he talked about a winery in California that Omar and her husband now invested. They don't sell wine. He can't purchase wine. He tries to figure out how to get wine, and there's no option. So it's just a building that they're funneling money through to get to her. So
Right, exactly. Melissa Flinner said that could be Nancy Pelosi too. 100% I agree. John Gwynn said bananas and rice. Exactly.
it can
Oh,
be many. It can many of those deep state Republicans too. So the rhinos. So remember that too. So it's coming to the. That's what we're fighting here is the deep state across the board.
right. And Mr. Jeff Papp said this is the slow roll of the movie we have wanted forever. 100% I agree. It's taking way longer than I had hoped for, but I get it because being here in Los Angeles, California, we have got so many people that are deep, deep into the left. A lot of them in the entertainment industry and what have you. And what cracks me up, you guys, is that I will overhear conversations with people that are one conservative, one liberal. The liberals just don't have the ability. Their cognitive dissonance is so high that they can't see what's right in front of their face. And you can't force them to see it. They have to come to that on their own. But this process, I'm sure that's why it's taken as long as it is, because these people are just slow on the uptake. Alex?
I've said this analogy before that if the the programs, the programming, the television came out and said we were being invaded by aliens and the only way to save yourself would be to insert a corn cob in the backside, half this freaking country would be walking sideways the next morning. They believe it. They
Yeah.
believe the crap. You can put the truth in front of them, undeniable, unequivocal, just and they still will cut their nose off to spite their face. It's the craziest thing I've ever seen. Ever.
Yeah, 100% I agree. Dave?
Yeah, I got friends like that too. I go, does that make sense to you? Well, not really. I go, well, do your own looking into it. Don't believe what they're saying. If it doesn't make sense to you, look in at it.
Yeah, exactly. James?
Well, not only did I have just the broken water main wasn't the real reason I left. I know that I had to leave the state of Minnesota just because of frustration.
Hmm.
These people are making 0 cents about what they're doing. Um, it's crazy. They're doing things that one would never ever guess a human would be capable of doing. Painting her hair purple, green, yellow, purple, pink, it doesn't really matter. But what they do with themselves, the way they produce themselves to the public, they cover their face for a reason.
Right,
And it ain't
exactly.
COVID. It ain't COVID.
Exactly. Valerie James said at least Pelosi didn't marry her brother. Exactly.
How do you really know?
No, her husband did.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the hammer. Uh-huh. The hammer. Um, Mr. Jeff Papp said, I have former liberal white church friends in North Carolina that will never get it. I mean, I know that's what it looks like, Jeff, on the surface, but over time, people will get it. Now, there is going to be a certain percentage, some people believe 6 to 8%, 4 to 6%, that will never get it. But I think for the most part, the majority, I think 80% of America is behind Trump already. But that means that 20% is not. 20% equals 60 million people. That's a lot of people. So how it plays out, when it plays out, your guess is as good as mine. But Benji 1959 said, I think only about 20% would, Alex. I Speak 1717 said, I just lost that. Q said the end won't be for everyone. Well, and Q also said that you'll have the choice. I'm going to paraphrase here, but you have the choice to know or not. And I think people that are so deep into the cognitive dissonance, so deep into the TDS, some of them are going to choose not to because it's so foreign to them. It's so far out of the bounds of their understanding that they may not ever get it. But again, we'll have to just wait and see how it plays out. Melissa Flinner, thank you for all the gifts.
Stop it.
Did I get everybody on that one? Yep. Okay.
Yes.
So moving on, President Trump reached a deal with South Korea, and South Korea's president, who is, what the heck was his name? I just lost my
Myung?
Yeah, I don't know what the hell happened to my notes here. But anyway, he made a deal with South Korea. They decided they weren't going to honor it according to their Korean legislature. So President Trump said, I'm hereby increasing South Korean tariffs on autos, lumber, pharma, and all other reciprocal tariffs from 15% to 25%. How do you get somebody to pay attention? You hit them in the pocketbook. James?
Well, their pocketbook was already agreed on. They had an agreement on trade, investment, and security. 350 billion in investments that they didn't make good on. So they didn't write the check. Their Congress didn't even pass the bill. It's a large outflow from Asia's fourth largest economy. Obviously, security is going to remain, but I'm going to say it's going to remain for now. When they threaten their security, that's when I think they're going to really pay up.
Yeah, exactly. Dave?
And they said the after the tariff announcements that South Korean companies such as Hyundai Motors seen an immediate decline in sales or exports. So it'll twist their arm. They'll be over.
Right. Crystal Zeski said the vaccines have TDS in them. Exactly. Jeez. Squiggly77 said it has to be over before the 250th year celebration begins. I don't know that it has to be over, but I think the majority, we have to reach the precipice fairly soon, I would think, whether that's a month from now or 6 months from now. But I think we do have to reach that precipice, and we're getting there quickly. So you have Minnesota being highlighted over the last, month or so. Well, I'm just wondering what's going to be next. Is it going to be New York? Is it going to be California? Is it going to be Illinois? Alex, what do you think?
Well, Lee J. Mayom is I think how you pronounce his name. The tariffs have a lasting effect on an economy. I don't think the left has the capability of understanding what the tariffs really mean and how they're working. We just recorded the lowest deficit since 2009, I think, trade deficit. So it's working. And this escalation with Korea is because they do have a liberal majority right now in their government. So we can't use the 4 letters, but if you mess around, you're gonna find out.
Right, exactly. Dave?
Sorry about that. Yeah, I talked about Hyundai and stuff getting hit on that. So that's about all I had to add to that.
Okay. James?
Hey, I'm happy we're doing something. When you got a liberal party like South Korea, I have to go back to that. I want to see him. I want to see him get the shit taxed out of themselves.
Right, exactly. Oh, Trump train! Nice! Thank you, wildlife fan. That was cool.
Stop it.
No,
Stop
I'm not stopping it. Not when the Trump train comes, baby. It's on. It's on like Donkey Kong. He had said, he had a funny one in here. He said, let me see if I can find it here.
Thanks, Alex. I can't get the vision out of my head now. Eating corn. Is that the one?
No, it was something about, God, this thing was moving so fast. Let me see if I can find it here. Oh, here it is. Hit said, come on, all tap. We want to enact the scene from the 40-year-old virgin movie with Sam getting waxed. We need 200,000 likes. It ain't happening, man. I don't know. I never agreed to having my back waxed, period. I don't care if it's 200,000 or 2 million likes.
You got 5 minutes, folks.
Yeah, not going to happen. Nice try, though, Vince. Nice try.
They got to do that if they're putting the tramp stamp down there on the lower end of the flag.
Oh, my gosh, you guys.
Now, the deal is 250,000 followers across all of his platforms, which you can find on his site, the correct links to get you to each of those platforms. When we add them all up and it's 250, Sam is going to get an American flag tattoo. His first tattoo ever. We might even let the viewers decide where it goes.
Well, no, it's going on my shoulder. Come on now. But we will live stream that if and when we get to 250,000. I get to 250,000 followers combined with all the platforms. I'm going to do it. Crystal Zesky said, Sam, come here and I'll wax your back. Not happening. No thanks. Valerie James said, Sam, the majority rules. Just saying, not here. This ain't no democracy here. This is a dictatorship when it comes to my back, Valerie. Not going to happen.
They might boycott.
It said, spell out juicy on Sam's back. Boy, Hits is on a tear this morning. Would you have some extra coffee this morning or something?
It must be his mama's home cooking, spicy.
Yeah,
all
exactly.
that massage chair really got him tuned up today.
John Quinn said, I won't be tuning in for Sam's wax or for Bad Buddy. I don't blame you, John. I'm not doing it anyway. Ain't going to happen. Nice try, though, everybody.
Bat and Ball said, Kelly Clarkson.
Yeah. Knit Mom said, well, won't they need hair gone for the tattoo? It's right here. It's going to be right here on my shoulder, and there's not a lot of hair there. But I guess I would assume that, yeah, they probably have to shave you, right?
They will shave your shoulder, yes.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, it goes to show you, I have no idea. I've never had a tattoo. Diana Lynn said, I'd pay to watch that waxing. All right, okay, here's the thing. We do a pay-per-view, and everybody's paying $100. I'll get my back waxed. But other than that, ain't going to happen.
Be careful what you say, Sam. This is the internet. It can happen.
I'm telling you, I do that, but no, not a chance. With at least 100 people.
I'll set up the Venmo link today, folks.
Oh, gosh, that's funny. Hit said, man, I think I'm loopy as I haven't slept since our live last night. Well, that pretty much explains it then, Hits. That pretty much explains it.
Crystal said she gets to do the waxing. You're hired, young lady.
I want to see her monkey do it.
Exactly. Not going to happen. All right, everybody. So we're coming to the end of the show. Everybody over on YouTube, Facebook, and we're going to sign off now because, as you know, we cannot play the YMCA over there, but we will be dancing on the other platforms. So everybody on YouTube and Facebook, thank you for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. And in the meantime, hope you have a great day. Alex, can you shut those